Hello friends, I'm Neha Sanalsi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video in my YouTube channel and I wish you all to subscribe my channel and follow with me in my big journey. So today I'm here to speak, to deliver a speech on the very important and boon and the topic in the news headlines today as the global recognition about the Venezuela and American war. Will that end within a war? This is a great question, and let me share you, my dear friends. Venezuela is a country with many natural resources, with crude oil, but this country is still going with the low economic satisfaction and the low economic things. But they got up with a great opportunity, but they are not having an economic satisfaction. Understanding this crisis, what is the thing America is having on? Why America is getting ready for a war with this country? Let me share you within the largest, earliest talks. Understanding about the early times, the time of the Venezuela, which was having the great crude oil things, which was heavy crude oil and was able to be gotten to the industries to make it as fine, usable oil. And this was really done by the Americans, which was given by the Venezuela to the Americans. And from there, America got up with a great economic satisfaction. But understanding the case of Venezuela, we are able to understand they did not had any type of advantages based on economy with using their own natural resources, but nothing, no type of statistics having an advantage or improvement in their economics or in their nation. But a leader who was known as Hugo Chavez, who was a great leader who made many changes in the Venezuela, who got up against with American in the 1999, who was the president of the Venezuela, said that America relation with these crude oil, their economy is being fooled out. For all these reasons, they got against the Americans. As now we already knew, the current president of the Venezuela, who is known as Nicolas Maduro, who is not a sufficient and a proven a great leader. Let me demand it for you. A great narrative is there against Venezuela, which is the strong weapon of America today, which is related to the drug narrative. As fentanyl is mainly used in America, millions of people are died using this fentanyl as drugs within years. And what is really happening on this narrative against Venezuela? But we need to understand that 71% of this fentanyl is exported or imported to America by Mexico. But there's nothing, no problem within this. But with America, but we need to know that a small amount of percentage of fentanyl is exported and imported to America by Venezuela. So this is a main case which is shown by American President Donald Trump. Let me share you, he's already speaking for having the Nobel Prize for Peace. He have already done within 9 wars, but to make against these 9 wars, to keep up with the idea of the motto of peace. You need to know that this president itself, as the current president of America, the United States of America, is ahead with this. As from this itself, we are able to understand that why America is choosing the country of the Venezuela, why they are targeting them. The main itself is because of the economy, not about the political, but understanding the real political thing. It is a dictatorship in the Venezuela, and we need to understand that the political things and the economic itself is the internal migration and external migration through the international migration, understanding the case of Venezuela because of the political and economical unsatisfaction of that country. Even though banks were of many sanctions from America, is seen for their oil to their banks and to their economy too. Even these people of Venezuela went to America to leave us. Their migration could be seen. So many problems arise because of this crude oil. So maybe it's important, and we already knew and understand that the Venezuela got up with certain type of relations too with China and another neighboring countries. This was also a type of collogue for America, and this led for the United States for a war and the narrative of drug. As we knew, America is a country with strong army, and we need to know a global recognition, and the first book in this country, in the world itself, is this United States of America. So we need to know that it is a clear target on the oil of the natural resources of Venezuela, as we must need to know that even Saudi Arabia is the second understanding about the crude oil definition, or having the resource of this oil refining. And we must need to know there aren't much industries for Venezuela, so they were able to trust America. So this is a really planned targeting to make their self, to make the crude oil for them, to make the economic satisfied, and to make the military force some more stronger by the Venezuela. This is the current thing that you must need to know. Hey friends, do you think that is right? Let me give you a conclusion first. Almost peace is one of the things which is said by every people, but you must need to know this is not a war between the leaders, but a war with the poorest people. These people are died because of the national things happen to their nation, or something that is led to the history. But you need to understand, peace should be among the poorest one too, should be among the ordinary human, not even the poorest, but about the human beings who survive in a nation. So let me conclude. Let's share peace. No need of wars are there. Sometimes it is a pace of speaking, or a little spoken items would be there. What would be a conversation? A clear conversation would lead to not to this massive type of problems, but to simple solutions and no to wars. Let's move on with no to wars. Let's go and move on with peace and love and with inherit. Thank you and have a nice day.